So I want to share the shortcut with you. And it's been one that has helped me to accelerate a lot and not one I found many people using. Um, so hopefully you can find some uses out of this. Do you need to physically experience something to learn it, to understand it, and to remove it from your energy field just through that? And I ask this question because experience does not mean you physically having to experience it. It means it physically needs to be in your experience. So what does that actually mean? It means that in some way, shape, or form, in your awareness must come an experience of something. So let's use the example of fear or doubt or anger or frustration, any of those types of things. What I learned is when someone comes into your awareness who is experiencing fear and doubt, there is an energetic vibration in you, in me, that is connecting to the fear and the doubt. For some reason, for whatever reason, there is a vibrational alignment that takes place. And as a result, you experience someone in your reality, in your space, in your awareness, that goes through fear, doubt, shame, guilt, or whatever. Now, the way this progresses is if you don't understand that you are vibrationally aligned with that, and you need to clear fear, doubt, anger, shame, frustration, unworthiness, then that experience comes closer and closer and closer until you physically go through something that highlights the fear, doubt, the shame, the guilt, whatever it is that's inside of you. And if you don't learn it the first time, it cycles back and cycles back and cycles back until you go, oh, I need to let this go. The shortcut is when that first person, any person, comes into your awareness, you let go of the fear, doubt, shame, guilt, unworthiness, whatever. This is what I started doing. When I started becoming aware of this is how reality kind of works and things will continue to show up until I clear them, I started applying, well, if it's showing up in anybody, I have to be a vibrational match to it in some way. And I would ask, do I have this energy in me? Do I need to release this? Am I holding on to shame, guilt, doubt, whatever? And am I ready to let it go? Then I would go through a releasing process of a saying of I release blah, 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 XYZ. And I fill it with the highest love, light. So I would surrender it to the violet flame. Let me go back. I would surrender it to the violet flame. I would surrender it to my guides, my angels, the masters. I would clear it, ask it to leave my body, leave my space, leave my energetic field. And then I would fill that space with love, light, joy, fun, play, magic, and all of the experiences I want to have a loving, fun, joyful life. What this started doing was it started cutting through potentials that I would have to physically experience my own fear, doubt, shame, and guilt in a physical interaction where that comes up because I cleared it already. And the magic of this is when you are clearing stuff like that, you align with your desires and desires and desires, higher potentials, higher experiences in terms of vibration, and you no longer sit in those low vibrational states for long because you're not holding on to them. I learned from everybody I met, saw, viewed, a story of a person who knows a person who knows a person who did this and went through this. I learned from them all because I realized that what they were experiencing was a result of what they are holding on to. And if I'm holding on to that, then eventually that will become my experience. So can I release it? Can I let it go? And can I align with the joy, the fun, the play, the magic, all of the things that I want? Can I align with my true self? Can I call in more of me into this reality and live as a high vibrational being here and now? This shortcut is huge if you take the action. Now, here's some drawbacks, or here's some pitfalls, let's call it. I had to become very aware of judgment because in this, you can start judging a lot of people. You can start judging everyone around you because you get over analytical. And that's the second pitfall, becoming over analytical. So I refined this. I went through the over analytical phase. I went through the judgment phase, and I started refining this. And that's how I got to just the releasing statement. So if you start doing this and you get over analytical or you get very judgmental, remember that's just something that you can clear, and get quickly to a releasing statement. That's really the only two pitfalls that I would find. And those things are associated with ego, which is also something that you can clear. So going back to the technique, anytime anything comes into your awareness, whether you are doing it, somebody else is doing it, whether you observe it, whether you see it, whether it's next to you, whether it's around you, wherever it is, if it is in your awareness that it is taking place in any way, shape, or form, you have the opportunity to clear the energy from you. And when you do, and you do this consistently, what will happen is the shifts in your life will be so drastic that you will start to tingle every time they happen. You will start to feel this vibe that cannot be explained because you're connecting with all of you rather than being held down by the stuff. And because you don't have to experience the linearity of it, there is no grind, there is no tug, there is no linearity of I gotta do this to this to this. You just jump from here to there to there to there, and it's fantastic. So I hope you enjoy playing around with this. It is so much fun doing it because when you start to accelerate by doing this, the only thing that follows is your greatest desires.